you're doing your skincare and your skin prep wrong, and that's why your makeup is showing all of the tiny bumps on your skin after your makeup is done. No, you can't take the social media filters with you when you go outside in the real world. So this is how you're going to attempt to achieve the most flawless looking base before you apply your makeup. This way you can reduce the amount of bumps you get on your face, and your makeup is going to look as smooth and as flawless as possible. First things first, I love a foaming cleanser. I know you don't need the foam to know that the cleanser is cleansing your skin, but personally, I grew up in Ghana, and for us, if it doesn't lather, it's not clean. So I need my cleanser to lather. If it doesn't lather, I don't want it. You don't have to do that, especially if you have dry skin, sensitive skin. I like to add my cleanser to what I called a cleansing round. I don't know the technical term for this. I just know that ever since I was in boarding school, I absolutely loved and needed to cleanse my skin with a form of a manual exfoliator. I used to use a face towel, but face towels are entirely too harsh on the skin to where it will literally burn my skin. So I stopped using face towels and I moved on to these cleansing rounds. Ever since I discovered them, they work. My skin does not burn anymore, and it gently cleanses and exfoliates my skin manually. I like to apply some of my cleanser to my round, add some water to it, lather it up, and use that round to cleanse my skin. That's how I'm able to keep my skin looking like this. So I'm going to go ahead and wet my face a little bit. This is just water. It's going to help the next step go on a lot easier. For my personal routine, I use a salicylic acid. This is the BHA toner from Paula's Choice. This is like my 100th bottle. It is over halfway used. I also keep in my studio the Glow Recipe salicylic acid. This is PHA and BHA, and this is BHA. Either one of these will work for you. Since we're in my studio, we're going in with our PHA and BHA. I like to add it to my hand and just apply it directly to my skin. These are exfoliators, they're not toners, so they're actually going to help you with your cell turnovers. Both the cleansing round and these two products can help get rid of all the tiny whiteheads that you see that come up on your nose, in the corners of your nose, around your lips, under your eyes. Next, I like to go in with some vitamin C because of, as you can see, the dark spots, and I'm dark skinned, so I'm definitely prone to hyperpigmentation. I don't generally like to spot treat, because if I do that, that specific spot on my face is going to lighten up, and then everything else around it is going to have a deeper tone. And because I don't want that, I just generally go in with vitamin C and I apply that all over my skin. Recently, I've been using the Glow Recipe Cloudberry Bright Essence Toner. You can see I'm almost halfway in. I use it morning and night. It is very lightweight, and I like to use it especially right before I do my makeup, because it's not going to have a weird reaction with my product, which means it's not going to end up rolling up on me, and I really like it. Apply it around my lips, in the corners of my nose, on my eyes, under my eyes, around my face, and whatever's left, I generally put it on my neck. When I'm doing my skincare, it's a skin loving event. I'm generally not wearing a shirt, so I put it on my neck, extend everything down to my chest, because you don't want to have a glowy, youthful looking face and your chest is not matching. Next, I like to go in with a moisturizer. When I'm not in my studio and I'm not about to film, I like using the Honey Halo moisturizer from Pharmacy. That's the one I like to use upstairs. But if I have to film, I like using this gel moisturizer, also from Glow Recipe. Once again, it's lightweight, it's not going to make my skin overly oily, and it's not going to give me a negative reaction to my skin. Generally, before I start working, I have my Honey Halo on already, and then I just add the gel moisturizer on top of it as like a second layer of moisturizer. Last but not least is SPF. Yes, I'll be filming, but I still need SPF, because if you're gonna go outside, you need to make sure your skin is protected. I'm gonna shake this up a little bit. This is the Kiehl's Essentials Better Screen UV Sunscreen. Probably you need a quarter of a teaspoon. Oh honey, my skin is glowy. Now we're just gonna give it a few minutes to absorb in before we actually go in with the makeup skin prep part of this whole routine. At this juncture, so our skincare has absorbed in very nicely. This is the part where you need to like tune in, okay? You can literally use whatever kind of primer that you want. Don't let me hold you, but I have tried this on my little sister. She has very textured skin and she absolutely loved what her skin looked like. Even after I used it on myself, I wanted to make sure that it would work on somebody else who doesn't have her skincare routine down packed like I do, and it worked on her, okay? You need to pick the primer that's perfect for your skin type. For me, I have oily skin, but I don't generally like using mattifying primers because of how they look. So you'll probably see me using every other kind of primer except a primer that is entirely too matte, because I don't like products that just suck too much oil out of my face. It doesn't look good. It's very hard to blend. It's just I'm not for that. First, we're going in with our primer. This is the e.l.f. Liquid Poreless Putty Primer. I'm only gonna put in the middle parts of my face so that it can help. I'm only putting in the middle parts of my face to try to fill in the bumps that I have, and also to just make sure that whatever product I'm putting on is not going to crease on me. Just a little bit goes a long way, and because of how dark I am, the poreless putty actually comes off looking white on my skin. Now, if you have a very smooth nose like I do, you're going to need to make sure to prime your nose very well. If not, your makeup is going to literally slip right off your nose. I don't care how great your routine is, it's going to slip off your nose. I'm putting the poreless putty in my T-zone because it has like a slight mattifying property to it. So where when it dries down, it actually also helps hold on to whatever it is that I put on it. This is one of those products that you have to blend it in quickly and leave it alone. The big girl, okay, the big girl of this routine that's going to literally help with the texture is a gel primer. I'll be using the Power Grip with 1% niacinamide. You can also use the Milk Makeup Primer or the She Glam Primer. I have tried all three of these and they work very well. You have to move very quickly with the gel primers because they will roll up on you, okay? Now, of course, because I was talking, that gave our poreless putty a bit of a chance to dry down. But now that we're going in with this product, we have to move quickly. And yes, we're going to put it on all the places that we put the poreless putty primer as well. Ooh, it's so sticky. Can your primer base do this? I bet it can't. Okay, blend it in and leave it alone. We're just gonna give it a few minutes to dry down. This is the skin before we go in with the next step. It is dried down a whole lot more. It's not as tacky as it was in the beginning. If you go in with your foundation immediately after you apply your gel primers, it's gonna end up peeling on you. Next, we're going in with a powder. I love using translucent powders, okay? Anything that's not gonna show any color on my skin, but it's going to help mattify my skin. Count me in. This is actually from e.l.f. Cosmetics as well. This is the e.l.f. Cosmetics HD powder in the shade Translucent, and I picked it up hoping that it was going to give me a no color kind of a look, and it actually does. I'm using a fluffy brush. This is a Benai PA151 brush, and I'm going to apply this powder directly to our primed skin. Let me just do half of my face. I know you can see this. Now, what did I just do? Instead of going in straight with a mattifying primer, I literally took all the oils out of my skin using a powder. In doing that, I have also created a very smooth, very texture minimal base to put my makeup on. This base feels like butter. It's so smooth, so flawless. Both sides at this juncture of the whole process is better than if I just gone in straight with a mattifying primer. I look like I spent 10 days in the desert. Even that almost pimple look that I had over here on my skin is not there anymore. It is gone, okay? This will give you a very flawless looking base that will have you looking like you took the filter off socials and put it right on your face. You're gonna be walking around and the compliments will just be flowing in because your skin and your base is so flawless. This is how to achieve a flawless looking makeup base that will literally have your skin looking like a filter. Try this out if you have textured skin. Try this out if you have oily skin, because this base works really, really well for oily skin as well, which I have both textured and oily skin. Try it out on yourself and let me know how it works out for you.